Guys, I have a new headset on today, and in today's episode, um, I said we would work more centered toward server script service, and I'm like, hey, if we're gonna work towards server script service, let's make a little project with it. So, here's what I was actually, I wasn't thinking anything. So I'm gonna just give me a minute here to think about what project we can create with server script service. My phone's right by me. Let's ask ChatGPT. Give me a project on my mic. A project that I can um create in programming using Roblox Studio server script service. Ah, perfect. Nailed it. We're going to be working on Leaderstats. Now, here's a common question you might have. Well, common questions. What are Leaderstats? Question mark. What do Leaderstats display? Question mark. And lastly, what was I gonna say? Well, these are the most two common questions. So to answer this one, Leaderstats display player values. And we'll get into player values later. And oh, what? Well, the answer to both of these is actually the same. It's just Leaderstats display player values. And also, you also might be asking,
what do you need a USB port for?
Can Leaderstats can Leaderstats save? And they absolutely can. Never can a Leaderstat not save. So, saving is actually for episode 10. We need to work a long way to get there. But, this is going to be on Leaderstats. Now, we are going to create a function here called startup Leaderstats. Put it like that, and we're going to pass the player. Just follow along with me, you'll be fine. So, you're going to say local Leaderstats equals instance.new folder. It's a folder. It displays the person's things. And now this is really important. Leaderstats.name equals, it must be exactly this. If it's not that, it won't work. And Leaderstats.parent equals player. And then, after that, we have local display value, or just value, I'm gonna do that since it's easier, equals instance.new. What do you want to display? Do you want to display a string or a number? I am going to display a number. So value dot name equals, what are you displaying? I'll display gold, because why not? And value.parent equals Leaderstats. Now, you might say, oh, we can just play now, everything will work fine. But if you play now, everything will not work fine. Now, you can do this, but we have one major problem. Player isn't defined. You see, you can't define the player value as a parameter yet. To define it as a parameter, you have to do game.players.value. dot player added colon connect function. Player is built in to this function, so it's fine. And then you can do startup Leaderstats and pass the player. Now, if we were to play, don't mind that. Sorry, my computer is a lot more slow than your guys's. And see, we have gold displaying. Pretty simple, right? My player didn't load in, but we know it works, so I'll just... Okay. Now, say that you didn't want to display a number, though. Say you wanted to display a string instead. You do instance.new string value, and you can name it whatever you're displaying, like cars, because why not? And then we can display a car. Actually, you want to do value.value equals, let's do a Tesla, because why not? And value.parent equals Leaderstats. And if I were to hit play, a number wouldn't display anymore. You would see, hopefully, a string displaying. Okay. Yeah, see? Oh, friend. So we have cars displaying instead of in Tesla. I mean, instead of... I can't talk. Instead of a number. We have cars displaying instead of a number. Now I hit stop. And then I go to script. And then say you wanted to, like, let's do an int value. And we don't need this anymore. And say you wanted it to be like, wanted it to display gold again. But you're like, it's always going to be 0 gold. I can't do anything. Well, you're going to be wrong because... Check this out. You have a part right here. Insert a part and anchor it. And rename the part to Gold Giver. And make its color... pick your favorite color. I'm going to do blue. And then add a click detector. And then in server script service, I'm doing this the hard way, but we're not gonna do any scripts nowhere but server script service, so we can just do this. Workspace dot, does it have a name? Yeah, goldgiver. Dot goldgiver dot click detector dot mouse click connect into a little function. Pass the player. This also should have player built in. Yeah, it does. So we do player dot Leaderstats that we set up here dot gold that we set up there dot value plus equals 1. So now if I hit play, come on. Why do I even have Spotify open? Sorry guys, I have to close some tabs. Oh, it worked. Okay. So, see, I have 0 gold, but I click this, my gold increases a lot. I can click it as much as I want and get more gold. I'm gonna stop there though. Now that we know that it works, let's focus on another tactic for gaining gold. Okay, hold on. Discord, bye-bye. I hit close. There we go. Okay, so say you don't want it to give you gold on click, but give you gold on touch instead. there's a function for that too called touched. And it should also have player already built. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, we're not gonna pass the player, we're gonna pass hit instead. So, this works a bit differently. So we're gonna do if hit dot parent dot humanoid, then okay, a quick describing moment real quick. Right here you see humanoid and hit dot parent. Let me explain. Hit is what touches the part. Parent is the model that that let's rephrase this. The hit model. So, oh my gosh, I didn't open that. Hold on. So that might sound a little bit confusing. The hits model. So, sorry. What is that rubbing against? So the hits model is pretty much. So the hits model is. So the hit is what touches the part. So the hits model is what the hit is inside of. And so basically we're saying, if the hits model has a humanoid, then what we can do is say, then we can say hit dot parent. Actually, no, we're gonna do let's do this. For underscore comma player in I pairs game dot players colon get player 2. This is pretty self-explanatory. We're just getting the player, and we're doing player dot leaderstats dot value plus equals 1. Now, before you figure it out, there's a slight problem about this. If we go to play. Hi guys. Okay. So if we were to play, here's what happens. Oh, did I hit start recording? Yeah, I did. Thank goodness. So if my game just wants to load for once, what's even open on my computer anyway? Like, Roblox is just being so annoying. Yeah, since Roblox doesn't want to be helpful at all today, I'm just going to hit home and play again. I can do that all day actually if I want. Okay, now here's the biggest problem. So it gives us +1 gold when we touch it. It gives us +1 gold, but what? Oh, my bad. So the console, my best friend, actually helped me there. It's leaderstats dot gold dot value. Disclaimer: I have friends. The console is not my best friend. Okay, so if I were to touch it, here's the problem. What? Oh, here's the problem exactly. It goes up not by 1 because you're constantly touching it. see how you... Let me fix that. Okay, first thing we need to fix before we fix the going up infinitely problem is that, I have accessories on my avatar. So, I'm gonna do this. You don't have to, but if it's spewing you errors, then I prefer you do. Okay. So here's the exact fix. We do workspace.goldgiver.canTouch equals false. Then we have to repeat wait 1 second. If hit dot parent dot humanoid, then we return. Actually, we don't return. If he's still on the part, then we just basically have to just wait a second. This should work. And keep repeating until not hit dot parent dot humanoid. And if not hit dot parent dot humanoid, then it can touch things AI. So now, since I did all that brilliant coding, it's not brilliant, but I'm pretty sure it should work now. If not, I have my handy dandy friend. Oh my gosh, just load Roblox. By the way, that was a lot of code, so if it doesn't work for you, I recommend you watch that part of the video, if it works for me. So, my gold loads. What? Anyway, the point is, I step off and step back. Oh, what is happening? Oh, I know exactly what is happening. It's always hit dot parent dot humanoid is our problem. So, I did something a little bit different. So, we have to wait, wait 2 seconds, and basically, what was I gonna do after that? Workspace.gold, basically we have our handy, so, this is a learning moment for you guys, cause we have a really good friend. Checks if the player, just kidding, I don't need it. So, we wait 2 seconds, and player.leaderstats.gold.value plus equals 1. Now, I'm gonna put this before this. Put a repeat loop here. And then we're going to actually no repeat loop. Let's just do player.gold.value plus equal, and then the same thing down. Whoops. My brain is having technical difficulties right now, but you get the point. So, you don't usually see that in games. So that's why I kind of struggled there. You never ever say that in games. Okay, now what keeps rubbing my headphones? Now we have to. By the way, I think that's good for this video. But let me just point out a few things real quick. Let me delete all this. So if you realized, I was using plus equals 1 for adding. If you guys didn't realize already, you can do minus equals 1 for subtracting. And also, you can add lots of little if statements too when clicked. Like for example, if I were to bring back the leader stats and everything. So let me explain. By the way, it's Control letter Z for zebra to undo. Now, I do workspace.goldgiver dot click detector dot mouse click connect function past the built-in player. If you do player dot leaderstats dot value plus equals 1, but say you're like 10 gold is enough, that's all this part gives. Well, you can do if dot gold dot value. We can say if player dot leaderstats dot gold dot. You know what? I'm sick of typing all that. Problem solved. If gold is greater than or equal to 10, if it's somehow greater than, then we return. And is it return or break? Hold on. Yeah, not break. That's for loops. Then we return, and you don't get your gold. And let's also warn the player somehow. So let's make the part turn red. Oh. Whoops. So, we can do that. And let's also make it let's change its material. So we can do dot material equals enum dot material dot force field. So now, if I were to click it, sorry, my wire keeps rubbing against my headphones for absolutely no reason.
I'm here.
So, if I were to spam click this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then it turns invisible. I can't get any more gold. There is no way I can get any more gold at all. The gold is absolutely useless. I can't get any more gold at all. It is absolutely useless. Okay. Now let's review what we learned in this video. So real quick, click the script. We learned that I'm always right. Jokes aside, we learned how to create leader stats. We learned how to add values to leader stats. We learned how to add on to leader stats values. And we learned that, I don't think we learned anything else. but that makes for a pretty long video. I hope you all had fun learning how to program this. I know that I probably... No, that's the way. I didn't, but it's for you guys. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe. It makes it easier for me to make these videos. Stop recording.